What's up, squad? Back with another video. As y'all see in the title, what's going down. Make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. As I stated in the last video, I definitely apologize for dropping so late. Has been a challenging day. I'm not even gonna lie. Definitely has been a challenging day. It's literally 9:46 p.m. and I gotta get these dropped tonight. That's what's crazy about it. But I'm gonna try to get it done. This is a post by Benny Johnson. Says, hi. In case you were wondering how we know we're doing something right, I reported on ICE being at Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show just caused every host on The View to spiral into an unhinged 5-minute meltdown. I'm telling y'all, it is literally insane on how. And the crazy thing is, I don't know if this is the first time Benny Johnson has ever been on The View, but I'm proud of him. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm definitely proud of him for getting on The View. Definitely an amazing thing to see when they put, these conservative channels, on The View. I feel like that is dope. I feel like that is something that's, like I said, I don't know if this is the first time, or the second. I don't really know. But what I do know is that Benny Johnson made it on The View. You know they hot about this. Check it out.
Yeah. So earlier this week, music superstar Bad Bunny announced. Anyway, he announced that he's headlining the Super Bowl halftime show. But Homeland Security advisor Corey Lewandowski just told conservative podcaster Benny Johnson who else will be too. Watch.
Will ICE have enforcement at the Super Bowl for the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show?
Benny, there is nowhere that you can provide safe haven to people who are in this country illegally, not the Super Bowl and nowhere else. We will find you. We will apprehend you. We will put you in a detention facility, and we will deport you. So know that that is a very real situation under this administration. It's so shameful that they've decided to pick somebody who just seems to hate America so much to represent them at the halftime game.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm sorry, I'm still a little sick, still drained a little bit, so my voice is a little bit messed up. I'm sorry. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know much about Bad Bunny. I've seen posts of little things over the last year or so about Bad Bunny. I don't really know much about him, but what I can tell y'all is that I feel like there would be agents, ICE, regardless of who would be at the Super Bowl. I feel like this is another thing that obviously The View has something to say about, and anytime that something doesn't go their way or they don't like it, they make a big deal about it.
Arrest you, but they hate America. Okay. So Bad Bunny has spoken out against Trump's immigration policies, and he even refused to do a nationwide U.S. tour because of ICE raids. Now, is that why they're sending ICE to the game? They're mad at Bad Bunny, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, and the whole idea that he hates America, put yourself in his shoes for a second. These are his fans coming to his concerts. We have all watched, no matter whether you support it or don't support it, what people are doing right now. They're showing up in businesses. They're showing up at games and school, wherever it is. And we're watching all of these clips from local news to national news. It's common sense that someone who loves their fans would not say, don't let me be the bait and switch for you to be here and put yourselves in danger. Yeah. So that is not I hate America. That is, I actually am caring about the people that support me and my music, and I love them.
See, but I feel like that'd be a different thing of I don't like that. She's saying that I'm there for people that support me and my music, but then I'm confused. I'm confused about this. Is it for him and his music, or is it for him actually caring about the people? It's one of those things, because honestly, if we all, want to be real within ourselves, just like the ladies of The View, they go home in these gated communities. And they have drivers, they have security. I'm sure Bad Bunny has all of that. People like him, people like, them on The View, they don't care about the people. This is just something to get people fired up about something, and go against President Trump. when you really, deeply look into it. This has a lot to do within race. This has a lot to do within race. The way that they're making it seem from what I'm hearing right now. It's not so much of, okay, this is a person that this is a lot about right now. Speaking, on them, I excited they got when they talking about Bad Bunny, but we're gonna continue to watch more. I don't want to. It's already 10 o'clock, so I gotta.
There is no doubt that the Latino community is taking a victory lap on this because, listen, at a time when you see Latino immigrants being racially profiled, when you see immigrants being hunted down like animals, when it's been a really hard 9 months for the Latino community, most of us, many of us, to hear that Bad Bunny is going to be in that huge stage representing gives us something to be happy about and to celebrate. And you know what? The more mad they are, the more gleeful I am. So the fact...
But I feel like nobody is like mad about it. I feel like they're mad about it because this is the issue that they're talking about and that they're getting hype about. And that's why I said I feel like this is more so a race thing. This is not something that, why can't, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like this, like I said in my other videos, I feel like once people stop making this, like, making things about, like, so much about race and a race issue, I feel like so many more problems go down. I still don't see how people constantly supports, individuals that are doing this to, children, to Americans, every single day. I don't see that.
Racist snowflakes are having a meltdown that Bad Bunny is going to be there. I have news for them. Bad Bunny was already in the Super Bowl halftime.
See, and then she's saying she's calling white folks. She's calling white folks snowflakes. Is that what she just said? That's what I'm saying. This is wild, bro. This is wild. But let somebody get on something and say something, man. Let me watch my mouth, man. I'm telling y'all, they'll have a meltdown. How are you gonna call somebody racist? And then you go and say that? That don't make sense to me.
News for them. Bad Bunny was already in the Super Bowl halftime. He was the guest artist with Shakira in 2020. And you know what? None of your heads exploded. So it's okay. You're going to be fine. Find somebody says another racist hand to hold.
The Supreme Court ruled that federal agents can get you and question you if you are speaking Spanish or if you look Spanish.
Yes.
They can take you in for questioning.
Yes.
They gasped because I said to somebody, I want to read that because I don't think people know that the Supreme Court itself is racial profiling.
Joy is like the main one that gets people fired up and on why people act the way that they act. Because she plays this role. If y'all watch Joy, and I know a lot of y'all don't watch The View. A lot of times that y'all watch The View is because of me. Not saying that's a good thing, I guess. But y'all know what I mean. Because I have them, on my channel. But if you actually just sit and watch Joy, she plays this she has like this agenda that she repeats herself. She already know, like she knows, the answer to it. It's just to get people fired up, about it. She tries to play dumb. You know what I mean? She tries to play dumb. Check out what Sunny Hostin has to say.
A month or two ago, it's a despicable precedent that they've set. But I will say, as someone who's Puerto Rican, I'm gonna be watching Bad Bunny. I'm gonna be understanding everything that he's saying.
See, that's.
I'm bilingual.
I'm gonna be understanding everything that he's saying, bro. Nobody don't give a damn if you don't understand it. If you understand what he's saying, like what? That right there just goes to show y'all that, like, who cares? Like, this is something that, man, I'm telling y'all, bro, they be making me so mad, bro. I literally be trying to watch what I say and watch my mouth, bro. But this is.
There are going to be a lot of people there because, by the way, even though the NFL tickets are $6,500 on average a piece, guess what? American search sessions for travel to Santa Clara in February 2026, where this is going to be held, surged 501% this week. So there are going to be a lot of Bad Bunny fans, myself included, enjoying the Super Bowl, and he's going to be bringing a lot of money to the mainland of the United States. And I would also like to just remind everybody that Bad Bunny doesn't hate America. He is a American because Puerto Ricans are also American.
Just because that you're American or whatever she just said, and just because that you are American doesn't mean that, oh, because I'm American that you're like that doesn't even make sense. Like that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm so sorry for cussing, bro. I told y'all I was supposed to get better at this. But it's literally like, bro, just because you're an American, so that just, oh yeah, I'm American, so that doesn't mean that I like what? That doesn't make sense. This stuff doesn't make sense to me. When they talk, they literally don't make sense. Because he's American, that just means that he doesn't, hate America. Oh, okay. Like what, bro? There's people that are literally American citizens and they hate America.
So there's that.
I love that that said that. So when we talked about this earlier this week, I don't think I realized how big of a controversy it was and that some on the right were just absolutely losing their minds over it. And what stood out to me is the NFL is a massive money-making operation that makes absolutely no business decision lightly. There is no way that they're like, oh, yeah, Bad Bunny, that guy, that's how we're going to do it.
$25,000 a ticket.
This is also the most lucrative night in football. 191 million people watched in 2025.
Yeah.
They sat around and they weighed the pros and cons. And what are the pros of Bad Bunny? One of the highest grossing tours by a Latino artist in history. He's been the most streamed artist in the world over multiple years, more streamed than Taylor Swift. In the NFL, people don't realize he's become a global brand. So they're now taking games all over the world. So bringing in an artist to do the halftime show who has a huge world following, not just in the States, is good business.
Smart
and by the
business.
way, controversy also sells. The engagement on social media of rage and freaking out when he performs at the halftime show is going to drive so much traffic into the NFL.
And good music is good music. There are so many songs I listen to where I don't know every word, but I know it's good
I
because
never
my
know
body
the words
doesn't
and I
stop
still
moving.
like it.
So like the fact that they try to make that.
You don't even know the words to the song. You sitting there dancing. They can say anything. You still sit there and dance. That literally does not make sense to me. Check out what Carol A got to say. I'm telling y'all, I'm trying my best not to say nothing crazy on this platform. I'm trying my best, y'all. I promise y'all.
Nothing says, the NFL, like Bad Bunny. The guy won't tour the United States because he doesn't want his illegal alien fans deported. And the Trump administration is signaling that ICE will be at this year's Super Bowl. Well, the NFL wanted a bigger audience, but I don't think that they were counting on that being exclusively from law enforcement, keeping an eye on their venue. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, once again, I think the NFL is tone deaf on realizing who their customer and who their client is, I guess if you want to call them that, their fan base, the American football fan. And the American football fan, and really, even if you're not into football, people watch the Super Bowl. And for families to be gathering and watching the Super Bowl and to be putting, a cross-dressing guy up there, pushing an agenda, the LGBTQ plus whatever agenda, I think they have not figured out that the American people are tired of that. It's offensive. They're just trying to push away that, every last fan. I know that we won't be watching that in our home. We're not into that. And I think they should really reconsider. I'm starting to hear there's been some pushback with potentially with some teams themselves saying, come on, can we find something that's a little more unifying for our country that older generations and younger generations can all watch, and that would be an enjoyable show.
Shit, Kid Rock. If you want to be real, Kid Rock. I don't know.
Hopefully they will reconsider. This is the worst pick they could have chosen, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, when I saw this, I was like, who's making the call for the entertainment in the National Football League at the halftime show? Is it P. Diddy or something? I mean,
maybe it's that one woman who destroyed the Cracker Barrel brand, or maybe it's the Bud Light person who went over.
I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like they're making, you know, when it comes to this halftime show stuff, I feel like they're making it to where it's like, in a sense, more so about race. You literally had Kendrick last year, and y'all know how controversial that was. And then you got Bad Bunny. I feel like I loved it when it was like a mixture of people. It was a mixture. It wasn't so much of everybody. And I say Kid Rock because I ain't gonna lie. Like I didn't react to some music. I don't know. I used to react to music, and I actually just seen him recently. But when I tell y'all that I liked it better, you know, when it was more so of like, you know, different individuals and people, you know, they didn't make it about race. It was just about having fun. I just don't see how people like they're making everything about race now, and that's not good. I'm telling y'all. Check it out from Benny Johnson and Christy Nolan.
What is your message to the NFL? What is your message to Bad Bunny? Will there be ICE enforcement at the Super Bowl?
There will be, because the Department of Homeland Security is responsible for keeping it safe. So I have the responsibility for making sure everybody goes to the Super Bowl, has the opportunity to enjoy it and to leave, and that's what America is about. So yeah, we'll be all over that place. And we're going to enforce the law. So I think people should not be coming to the Super Bowl unless they're law-abiding Americans who love this country.
And your message to the NFL with this decision? It seems like they were trying to send a message to the Trump administration.
Well, they suck, and we'll win, and God will bless us, and we'll stand and be proud of ourselves at the end of the day, and they won't be able to sleep at night because they don't know what they believe, and they're so weak. Well, we'll fix it.
Thank you.
Definitely, great. You know, I definitely say that. Definitely great. One thing about it is that I feel like, in obviously the past years, I feel like this is more so something that, you know, people think, you know, get, you know, individuals fired up. Let me tell y'all something. And I love y'all to death. My, you know, supporters out there, fans, you know, I love y'all to death. Let me tell y'all something though. Don't show them that y'all outraged. Don't even be outraged. Don't be outraged about something like this. Just try to keep it cool. Myself, you know, I won't be a hypocrite. But just try to keep cool. You know, keep cool. One thing about it is that, you know, you will have individuals, you know, that constantly, you know, it's just like people now just don't know how to have fun. It's always something. You know, it's always something. I feel like so many people ain't got soft, you know, with a lot of things, you know, just as, you know, Secretary Christy Nolan just said, you know, they're weak. You know, so many people. And it's definitely sad. Y'all let me know your comments and thoughts down below on this video. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. I got literally to get going, edit these videos so I can drop it for y'all tonight. Catch y'all next one.